Welcome to Introduction to Blockchain Unit. Let us look at the objective of this particular unit. The objective is that the learner would gain a very high level understanding of what blockchain technology is. The expectation from the learner. This lesson provides an overview of blockchain technology. So there is no prior blockchain knowledge required to explore this particular unit. So let's start with it. What is blockchain technology? Now that's a question that we have to answer. Trust me, it takes time just to understand what blockchain technology is. It cannot be done with mere one definition. I'm just going to put it out loud what is the definition of blockchain technology or how we can state it, but we have to explore this throughout the entire unit. We will be exploring this part by part in the future units as well. A blockchain is an immutable timestamp series record of data that is distributed and managed by clusters of computers. So there is a lot of technical terms that I've used here, but something that you can really relate to is data. Yes, when it comes to blockchain, there is a method of storing the records, that is the data, critical data, in a method in which it is chronologically ordered, one, and second, it is immutable in fashion. That means once the data has been recorded, it cannot be tampered with. And as we know, data is nowadays, it's all maintained on servers and everything, like databases, we have it on cloud. So all these kinds of data storage facilities are centralized in nature. But when it comes to blockchain, the data is not maintained in a centralized fashion. Rather, the data is maintained in clusters of computers spread across. Now, there are different kinds of blockchain networks, so I'm just trying to set the context here so that later on, when we are going ahead, there should not be any confusion. There is a type of blockchain network which is called as the public blockchain network type, and there is a blockchain network which is called as a private blockchain network type. Let me set the context right away for you. You might have heard about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these terms you might have heard about. So these cryptocurrency space basically utilizes the public blockchain frameworks or public blockchain networks. When it comes to enterprises, that is when it comes to manufacturing, supply chain, or when it comes to banking finance, a BFSI industry, that is a banking finance and insurance services, or healthcare, or let's take the example of even e-governance. So all these business related, or I would say enterprise level solutions, they opt for something called as a private blockchain network. Now the intent for this unit is not to understand blockchain technology because that's something which will take time. The intent is only to gain a high level overview. Okay, this is what is blockchain technology. That's it. By relating it to something that we already know. We all know what is a business. Business basically comprises of a business network. Now, business network is formed by multiple organizations coming together. They belonging to a same business domain and they are functioning with each other for a particular business process to happen. So just an example here that I've taken. As you can see, it's kind of something related to supply chain, where you have suppliers, you have customers, you have your asset, there is some subcontractors, then there is an audit authority, there are certain regulatory authority, then there is a financial institution like a bank. So you see, a business network doesn't, it's not just one entity who is there in the business network. It's a complete ecosystem comprising of different kinds of entities playing their roles within that particular ecosystem. And as we know that today, no business exists without an IT infrastructure. Every business that you take the banking industry, you take the manufacturing industry, any kind of business that you take, all those industries, all those businesses always have an IT infrastructure behind it for it to function appropriately, right? So what is blockchain? So before we go into the blockchain part, and as I stated, I'm taking a reference of business that we already know.